Hello everyone, back with the review I've been working on for this Guyot water bottle modification. Okay, as you can see, what I've done uh, is I've attached a chain to it to be able to hang it, so you don't always have to put it down in the middle of your fire. Okay, you hang it from a high bar or a low bar system, however you want to do it. I'm going to run over what I did with it. Guys, was a pain in the neck. Alright, I've seen lots of people do these on well, they're not showing what they did. They're just showing their product out in the field that they've taken and modified. And they're not explaining what they did or what it took to do it. So that's what I'm going to try to do now. What I had to do with this is one of the modifications. There's several out there. The most common, and I believe to be the easier one to do, would be just to use clamps, hose clamps. Okay, put one here, however you want to do it. Make yourself a handle out of some copper wire or some heavy grade top copper wire that'll bend. Even one guy I saw used a spoon that he bent and just put it in, and made himself a handle. It was pretty cool. There's all kinds of ideas. I think that's probably the best way to go, where you're not doing like this method and actually potentially damaging the product that you don't want to do. So, get on with it. What I did is I drilled 2 holes that are 3/32 in diameter. Okay, and I've used. The hard part about the stainless steel is that many just don't know, and it took me a little bit before I knew. I've drilled many types of steel, but never had to do stainless steel ever. So I didn't know, found out the hard way. So I went through 3 drill bits and an hour and a half of drilling. So it was a real bear to do this. And I ended up with 2 holes finally. Ended up buying some cobalt. And that worked, but the bit broke from the pressure I had to apply. But it still worked good enough to where I was able to get the holes through with the broken piece. As a matter of fact, here's that broken piece here. So there's your good part, your good and your bad pieces. But anyways, I just want to show you. So that's what I did there. Just drilled 2 holes, and this chain is stuff that you would hang plants with and such. That's about $3.50 for 20 feet at Menards. What I did from here after I drilled my holes is I hope to have gotten, I was trying to be able to put number 6 self-tapping screws in. This didn't work. It just didn't happen. And they created too much surface area up here for the lid to be able to fit back on. So I ended up having to use good old-fashioned number 4 wood screws. Real tiny little guys. And they're actually a little bit long. I would rather had 1/4 inch, but all I could find was the 1/2 inch. But they did the job. They're in there secure. I don't really like it, to be totally honest. I don't recommend you guys doing this. I'd rather just maybe go without, or just use a good old-fashioned, like I said, hose clamp and whatever you can find that you can make a handle out of. This will handle weight, though. Matter of fact, I'll be right back in just a second. I'm going to put some water in this and I'll show you. This is a 32-ounce bottle. It will handle the weight. Hang on one second. Okay, guys. If you can see that, this is plumb full. I'm wiggling it, so I mean you can see it's handling the weight. It's not going to go anywhere. It'll suit your purpose fine, but for the amount of time and effort that had to go into this, and the extra money spent, I mean, I paid $25 for the Guyot, and then, well, $23, but then I ended up spending $2 for the screws, $3 for the drill bit, and actually I ended up buying 2 drill bits. One was a black oxide that got it started, but it's not good enough material, hard enough to be able to cut through the stainless, but it got me started. So right there is another $2.50 there. So I mean, I've already got almost $32, about $30 into this. Well, see there? Now here's a test for you. See, it's not waterproof now. So let that be a lesson for you. The design is nice looking, but in the end, it's not viable. So I'm going to end up taking this handle off so that my cap will seat properly like it's supposed to. And I'm going to come up with another design. This is going to be scrapped. So when you guys see cool things on YouTube and such, take a minute and do some homework and find out from other people if they've tried it, and etc. Guys, I want to add real quick to this that there is another design for hanging these that a lot of the guys are using. I've noticed a guy, he goes by the name Sean the Silver Fox on YouTube. I believe he's a bushcrafter from, I believe it's Australia. He's the first one I've seen do it. There's a couple of others that have, in my opinion, have imitated him since he's the first one to put it out. But it's a good idea where the guy is using brake cable, and he's actually bought 2 electrical connectors, little tiny ones that have the little screws, and they have the slots in them where you can slide the wire through it, and they got a little, it's like a grounding block almost, and they've got the screws on the sides where you can tighten it in and latch them down. Okay, and what he's doing is he's putting one on each side, he's running it through, and then creating a loop, which I believe would probably be far better than this, because for one thing, it's down here under this lip. Okay, and that is where that needs to be in order for this lid to be able to sit properly on here to make it watertight and airtight. So with that being said, we know that this particular method with the chain, I don't care what other people are doing on YouTube with it. Obviously, if you want to use it, it has its limits. You obviously are not going to be able to carry your water with you if you need to. This is something you would be able to do, only be able to do is just to boil water with and use it on the spot. You're not going to be able to carry your water with you. Just defeats the purpose. So this idea will be scrapped, and we'll move on to the next. So anyways, there it is. Hope you guys enjoy, and have a good